Howdy y'all, it's Chris with Shell Fitness. Today I'm going to talk about what I feel is one of the most underrated aspects of wellness. We focus so much on what's the best diet or workout, but we don't even discuss sleep. The average American sleeping probably less than 6 hours. Sleep is up there with thirst, with hunger, and sex for survival. If you don't sleep enough, your body begins to shut down. Read the book Why We Sleep by Dr. Walker. I'll put into the whatever you call that thing, a link for a TED Talk from Dr. Parsley. These are two of the nation's most renowned sleep experts. This is a great book. Highly suggest that, but I'm going to go over a routine which is really important that the average person's not doing. You know, we're constantly on our iPod or iPhone. Our mind is just getting so many neural inputs that we're wired up. We're on apps, we're on Instagram, we get this information that our mind is just constantly wiring, and so I can't go to sleep. That's one of the most common things. I just sit there in bed wide awake. It's because you don't have a routine. So I'm going to go through my routine, which is going to help you get sound sleep 7 to 8 hours so you feel energized for the next day, and you don't have to worry about being tired because your productivity is going up. So, first thing I do, is I get some chamomile tea. I put that in my super awesome hunk cup. 2 of these kind of helps calm the body. So this is about a 2 hour, I go to bed pretty early, about 8:39. So around 7:30, I put my warm tea in, let it concoct, then I'll start sipping that. If I'm on a device, whether if it's an iPod or my iPhone, I put on these snazzy glasses. These are Uvex. They're like $7, $8 online on Amazon. I highly suggest getting them. What they do is it blocks the blue light from all of the technology that we're exposed to, whether it be TV, iPhone, iPad. What that does is it sends a message to the brain, the pineal gland specifically, that it's not dark out. And so we're not producing the hormone melatonin, or at least not as much as we normally should. You gotta remember back in the day when we were cave folk, the cycles. So when the sun goes down, melatonin is going to increase so we can get into a deep sleep. And now it's all jacked up today. And so we're having a bunch of caffeine, we're exercising right before we go to bed, it keeps the body temperature elevated. And there's just so many things that we're not doing properly because we lack that routine. And so these glasses are gonna help block that blue light. That's gonna help us get into a deep sleep. Highly, highly suggest this. So I'm drinking my tea, I'm reading a book. I try to avoid technology about 90 minutes before bed. This is an awesome book, by the way, The Go-Giver. God forbid people start giving back and helping others versus number one. So give that book a read by Bob Burg and John Mann. Very, very good book. About 45 minutes into that book, I'm not usually in bed. I'm on the couch, but about 45 minutes so before I go to bed, I grabbed Doc Parsley's sleep remedy. I swear by this. Consistently, I would say prior to I started taking these, it would take about every 2 to 3, I'll have 2 or 3 occurrences per year where I'll get through the whole entire night. Now with Doc Parsley's sleep remedy, I'm probably getting 2 to 3 per week. And I notice a significant difference in my energy levels the next day because of these. Now what he has concocted is a special remedy of melatonin, which is time released. A lot of people will have problems, they'll take melatonin, they feel groggy the next day. I don't get that at all with these. He also has magnesium, which is a mineral that helps with muscle relaxing and neurotransmission. Basically, we're not sending as many signals, so the body kind of calms down. And also has GABA, which it helps with getting you into a calm state. So I highly, highly suggest Doc Remedy's sleep potion, as I call it. And then about 15, or when I start getting into sleep, when I'm time to go to bed, I throw these nifty suckers on. Now this just blocks out all light from the street light, anything on our phone or clocks or whatever. So I'm in complete darkness, which allows me to rest perfectly. 7 hours is what works for me. You got to see what works for you. Give it a solid week and try some different routines. But most importantly, if you want to sleep optimally, you need to get a solid routine. Sleep is one of the most underrated aspects of wellness. And before we start talking about your workouts or your dieting and what's going on with your stress levels, why not address sleep? It's free. Besides $7 little thing right here, some tea, some Doc Remedy stuff, or Doc Doc Parsley's sleep remedy. So this is my routine before I go to bed. Sleep is super important. Give this a shot.